Ladies and gentlemen, this is Maple. Welcome to this ranked 1v1 on Twin Peaks between Urologist, our Carbon Striker, in the top side, and ProDerper, our Blue Striker, on the bottom side. ProDerper going as a Frank, which is the Beppo alternate, and Urologist playing with no pilot. He is going to start dropping the units, which is pretty much the standard way to open things on Nestorn. ProDerper going to do a bit of harass. Does bring that longhorn down to about half health and does a bit of damage to that ratchet as well. Well, he probably needs to get out of here because there is that striker with carrying the seeker. That could be, he might even die here, it seems. I'm not sure why Urologist back. Oh, there were those blue units hidden in the bushes, so he couldn't afford to actually bring the seeker up. Which, yeah, that was a very nice placement. He could have potentially gone down if those units were not there. ProDerper backing off with that shield. The upkeep is completely even right now. Neither player making any big moves to the mid just yet. We have soldiers being built for Urologists, and he's putting them on auto deploy, which is a very interesting move. Now, is he going to push? Yeah, I think he's actually going to push here and try to destroy these blue units. I'm not sure how effective this will be, because if ProDerper scout, and he's even bunking the creeps, this could, yeah, I don't think, he does see it coming. I'm not sure if he's going to back it off, or is he going to try to fight this. There's not much AA here, so ProDerper could potentially do a bit of landing and distract, but there's also a lot of creeps in here for the distraction. There's a lot of soldiers and creeps that are coming in, and the blue team's units are not going to get a lot of good shots off. They're going to be, the creeps coming again, and ProDerper is going to probably have to retreat here. Blue units are taking quite a bit of damage. Those creeps are continuing to distract and just buying a lot of time. ProDerper dropping the Tesla tower. It's going to get stasis in, but it's a bit too late. There's like only one tank here that can. There's no one here. There are two tanks here that can do damage, and the shield does do a lot. But the Tesla goes down and ProDerper goes down as well. And all of these blue units have been crushed. A highly successful push executed by Urologist here. The upkeep does fall 29 to 5 in Urologist's favor. He is going to push on towards mid and repair whatever units that did take damage. ProDerper does have, he has two longhorn, one tank. Going to try to get a couple of shots off here and do some shield push. Oh, he needs to be careful though. He does take a lot of damage. He does make it back, but did he lose any tanks there? I think, yeah, he lost the seeker. ProDerper does pick off another unit. This is actually a poor position for the Carbon team to be. Like, they're extremely far out from the outpost, and there's no way to reinforce. And he's actually going to lose like 4 tanks. That's actually a massive loss there. Like, Urologist should probably have tried to either retreat or like continue to push like around here, but I guess that would have been a bad move. So yeah, that was a good move by ProDerper, I think, rather than a mistake by Urologist, because like there wasn't much he could do. I think he did the best that he could under those circumstances, and ProDerper just managed to capitalize on the fact that in that previous battle a lot of those carbon units were wounded, and he just managed to pick off a couple of his to go down though to Urologist, and that's going to be a problem. He kind of loses the advantage that he just gained from that, knocking his upkeep back down to 7, and Urologist is once again going to heal a badly wounded unit. What is he going to do this time though? Is he going to continue to push or just retreat? Because we could have ProDerper continue to pick off units like the way he just did a couple seconds ago, but he has scout, see nothing at mid yet. He's going to build an artillery, going to try to force the Carbon team to continue moving, and they are going to move forward. He does land and get a sword. How many seekers are out? There's 2 seekers out, so ProDerper cannot stay too long. We do have a bit of artillery splash damage going down. I'm not sure what Urologist was planning to do, but yeah, he's going to go directly for the push. And ProDerper might be able to get a lot of picks off, just like he did the last time. Picks off a seeker already. He does get a couple of shots off, but does decide to back off for now. Urologist is in an awkward position though. He's going to move back. Okay, that's an interesting move, but if he moves back, like, ProDerper might not be able to drop, but he's going to take damage from that artillery fire, and Urologist is in a pretty awkward spot right now. I think he's going to completely retreat for the time being, have this ratchet hatch those units up as they go back, getting another ratchet to heal as well. ProDerper going to try to pick off where he can, but the creeps do block. Upkeep is 17 to 29. I'm not sure if that was an improvement. I think it's an improvement. But a lot of... I'm not really sure what... Okay, Urologist is actually building armadillos. Didn't notice that he had those in his loadout. Not sure what the plan is. Is he going to go for like some kind of... I think he just tries to push through mid. He doesn't seem to be making them with the main force. So maybe he wants to like send these units and then send them so the pathing does not actually does not slow down the main force, which is pretty good because you don't want the armadillos to get slowed down. Like they are pretty bad if they get slowed down with the longhorn. ProDerper flying around doing a bit of a scout. We don't have any artillery, any basic artillery for Urologist. He's gonna have to wait until level 7, I think it was, to get the Bertha out. If he decides to. He doesn't have Goliaths in his loadout though. He does have grinders though. We do have a more standard build for ProDerper. He does drop a rebel to distract. Not sure what he's going to do with this time that... I don't know, like he probably didn't completely think that through, I guess. He wasn't able to really get anything done with that rebel sacrifice. We do have Urologist going for a scout to see if anything has been built besides here, and apparently nothing has. So I think it's up to Urologist to make the attacking move right now. We have ProDerper being extremely defensive right now with this placement. It's going to be difficult to push in as well because if those longhorn are going to take a couple shots from these artillery as they move past from this one artillery, and the ratchets are going to have to like. Well, I thought they would slow down, but I guess apparently not. ProDerper does see it now. I guess he's going to do what he's always done throughout this entire game, try to land and get a couple pickoffs as those units head towards mid. But there's actually no neutrals here anymore, so Urologist does not have to stay there. He continues to push. I think he's just going to go for a direct attack to this next blue outpost. Yeah, I think that might be the case. It might take some time for ProDerper to rally those units back. I'm not sure if he's actually going to do it. He probably should. Like, I think at this point there's no reason to have these units. I think the carbon units are... Yeah, the carbon units are continuing to move. ProDerper moving forward. I don't think he knows about this push. This could actually be pretty bad for ProDerper. If he loses this outpost, that could be a game ender kind of thing. And he's not in a very good position right now. He's continuing to take harass from Urologist, and he doesn't know that this is coming. Urologist doing a great job keeping ProDerper at this location, continuing to apply that pressure with his striker fire. He doesn't have Lexi or any damage boost though, nor does he actually have Blaster Guard. He has Radar Guardians of all things. Radar Guardians, like the one thing that you never ever see nowadays, but this red push is here and it should appear now on ProDerper's minimap. He does see, I think yeah, he's going to make this base trade kind of choice because he knows that there's no way he can possibly, he already like carried all those units over, there's no way to even command them back over this chasm. He's going to bring back the artillery to try to mount a defense of some sort. But this is a massive force coming in. There are only 2 Seekers, so if he eliminates those Seekers, he might be able to do a lot of sorting damage. This blue force is getting caught. There's no AA to prevent Urologist from landing and sorting and distracting, and a lot of damage does go down. He's even auto-deploying soldiers to further distract the AI. This blue force does get absolutely crushed here. In the meantime, ProDerper is not having as much success, taking a lot of damage. He's already going down to half health. He does have the sword and the missiles, but he's taking a massive amount of damage. Artillery are really contributing to this damage, but is there going to be enough here for him to hold? It looks like there just barely is enough. That's not enough. That is too much damage taken. Urologist can probably just land it and kill it at this point. The game is pretty much over. Like, there's almost nothing that he can do. With that much damage, he could just land and probably even sword the fort to death. Or drop creeps or infantry or something and just break through that meager defense. He does have a Tesla tower, but he could probably just land and shoot the fort to death at this corner. And the missiles do not actually hit the fort. And he does back off for now, but that is just so, he doesn't have a lunchbox. It's just so sad. No lunchboxes. I'm actually looking forward to that, to the time where we actually have the ability to switch, like loadouts, switch units from the loadout in game. I think James said that was on the list. Although who knows when that's actually going to happen. I'm surprised to see. Okay, he's coming in. He's gonna do a bit more damage. Does not want to risk dying. Not that I think it would hurt at this point, but actually he did actually lose all his income, so I guess he can't afford to. But even if that was the case, like he's going to, the blue team, ProDerper is going to be forced to defend forever here. He can like never push out, and that's just going to give Urologist free reign to do whatever the hell he wants to get any sort of neutralization anywhere. And like he could even potentially drop like a unit like over here, and then try to neutralize an outpost. And ProDerper would be forced to respond to the defense, or else he would instantly lose the game. So yeah, too bad he doesn't have the lunchbox. That could be really helpful right now. He is making, he's not that far behind in upkeep, but like the damage that he took to the fort was just too much. He's not going to be able to play aggressively enough. Like this, he's just not going to be able to do it. He can't divert any of those units. Here's a couple, like, but that does risk Urologist just coming in to finish the game. Like with that much HP left, he could just missile something. He might even be like just trying to use these units as a distraction, just borrow a tank or two, and then send it to the fort to take it out. But drops the grinder as well to. I'm not sure if he should have paused those units, because the grinder slows down the entire force drastically, and does take a lot of damage. Not get any kills. But still, there is just too much here from Urologist, and those units get distracted for quite a bit. And there are also creeps in this mix, absorbing some of that damage. ProDerper doing what he can. He does the double blaster guardians, do a lot of shooting damage. He's probably going to pick off a couple of tanks here as well. Just pick off 2 or 3. But yeah, he just did lose too much. If he goes down, Urologist could potentially actually kill him while he's still kill the fort while he's respawning. He does lose a lot of tanks though, like a lot more than he probably would have liked, but that is a lot of damage, and he goes down. Urologist should probably just take a tank and finish him at this point. Yo, Urologist, you can actually just kill him at this point. You have like 8 seconds to kill the fort. He actually has 0 longhorn, but he has 4 dildos. He could drop those. But yeah, this is pretty much game. Interestingly, ProDerper has the upkeep advantage, but it still doesn't really mean anything at this point. I don't know, like maybe if he survived for a very long time, I just feel like he would never be able to really push out. Like the problem is the upkeep. At some point he's going to have to max out his upkeep, but he will not be able to spend it all on the main fight. That's going to constantly give him a disadvantage for the remainder of the game. Like even like he would need a major advantage to win. Like Urologist have to throw all his units away. Like he has an upkeep advantage, but it's not enough to to really make up for how much damage he took earlier. We do have another grinder being made and a lot of dildos to support them. ProDerper gonna push out a last dish effort. Wait, what? Oh, he could have landed and shot, but I guess he doesn't. He's not too worried about getting the finish right now. He knows that even if he loses the main fight, which he actually could lose here, he only has like a couple of dildos. He could lose this main fight, and I think he actually will. But ProDerper, like if he decides to commit, then he can just fly in and shoot a missile and kill him. He's level 10 at this point. You would need to get a kill or something to be able to make a dedicated push to just prevent Urologist from moving back, from attacking the fort. But I would actually like to see some sort of outpost, like fortress regeneration factor, like at least for the time being, since like there is the limited outpost, the limited loadout selection, like where you can't really take the lunchbox. Is ProDerper gonna I don't think this is a good idea. He should probably get out of here. He needs to get out of here. Oh wow, he's even in domination. Okay, he's completely dead at this point. He needs to push, but the moment he does, he's gonna probably get killed. Or not. I mean, Urologist hasn't been very aggressive towards the oh, he is. Okay, and that's game. It's kind of funny. The moment I was saying that he wasn't going to do it, he did it. But so yeah, we have Urologist taking this game against I think it's a Mr. Brushy. Once again, I actually get to control Urologist, though the lag is absolutely good. Yeah, that was a pretty good game. Thanks for watching, guys.